for Volusia County government, and this is your 10 a.m. Hurricane Irma update. With us this morning, we have Volusia County Sheriff Mike Chitwood, Volusia County Emergency Management Director Jim Judge, Patricia Boswell, the Administrator with the Florida Department of Health in Volusia County, and George Rechtenwald, the Deputy County Manager with Volusia County Government. We want to start off by letting everybody know what our main message is today. It's still for people to stay inside through the storm. Jim Judge will have more information on our weather impacts here in Volusia County in just a few minutes. We also want to remind people that our Citizens Information Center, that is a hotline and is available for anybody who has any questions about anything Hurricane Irma related. That is operating 24/7, and it's a live person who will answer the phone and give you update information on everything Hurricane Irma. That phone number is 866-345-0345. All right, we also have information on shelters. Everyone at this time should be in a shelter or should be sheltered in place, but there is still capacity at the Volusia County shelters. Shelter locations are posted at volusia.org/PIN. Votran is our county's public transportation system. It is not running the normal routes today or tomorrow, but however, they do have limited capacity available today to take people to shelters if that's still needed. This service is upon request, and it's also based on weather conditions, so people who need this service can call Votran at 386-761-7700, and this information is also on the county's website, volusia.org/PIN. All right, at this time, we're going to start it off with Volusia County Emergency Management Director Jim Judge.
Thank you, Joanna, and good morning, everyone. Well, last night we had approximately 4,200 people spend the night in over 33 shelters in Volusia County. That includes also law enforcement, shelter staff, caregivers, and family members, and that also occupied our 5 special needs shelters. Oxygen-dependent residents going to a special needs shelter should remember to bring their own oxygen. Heritage Middle School is a special needs shelter and has no more capacity at this time for those who are on oxygen-dependent, or need an electrically dependent device. Safety during and after the storm. We're asking people to stay off the beaches, stay off the roads. We know that it's always exciting to go see the weather and see what the wave conditions are, but again, we're asking people to not go to the beach today, stay off the roads, because we're still now expecting the strong tropical storm winds that we could experience for over 24 hours. So, and after the storm, wait for an announcement before it's all clear. You know, let's wait for those winds to subside, because we also have to see what the road conditions, power lines, and those types of things are. There may be debris in the water and also along the shore. Volusia County beaches are closed to vehicle access. And with that, I'd like to turn it over to Mr. Rechtenwald.
Good morning. As Jim had mentioned, we expect these conditions to deteriorate through the day today. While the storm has slowed a little bit in forward motion, we still expect the tropical storm force winds to be across our county. And remember what they carry with them. They carry a large amount of rain. They're going to carry tornadic activity, which has already been seen down in the Fort Lauderdale area. So these are going to be very dangerous conditions throughout the day. So again, please stay home, stay off the roads, make no unnecessary trips. We're expecting a great deal of rain, 8 to 12 inches, maybe 15 in some areas. The grounds are already saturated from the heavy rains we've received just yesterday through the week. Localized flooding is likely, so pay attention to what's going on in your neighborhood. A lot of your cities over on the west side, DeBerry, Deltona, DeLand, have a lot of pockets in them that with poor drainage to begin with. Pay attention, as these are areas that are prone for flooding. And remember, after hours and hours of wind, Jim was just talking about 24 hours. That type of sustained wind over a long period of time, it may not have the wind speeds that were earlier predicted. However, it's very dangerous. It's gonna uproot trees that have been seen a lot of rain and soft ground around them. And if you've lived in this area for any length of time, you know it doesn't take much to bring down those water oaks that are out there. So really be paying attention. Don't go outside it really is gonna be dangerous, even though you may not have a 100-mile-an-hour wind. 40, 50 miles an hour over a period of time will bring down a lot of oak trees and move a lot of debris. You're also, without any power, you're not gonna have traffic signals, so conditions to be driving, again, we need to be aware of that. No traffic lights. And also, as Jim had mentioned, have some patience. It's gonna take time when this is over to get crews out there to assess the road damage, to see what areas we can open. We have to work with the power company. They're here in the building with us. We'll work as a team to go on out, make sure lines that are dead, so that we can go ahead and move the trees out of the road. We'll start with the major roads, as we always do, roads that lead to the hospitals, police stations, and the big public functions. We'll get those taken care of first, then we'll work our way out into the neighborhoods, and we'll get to you. So just please be careful. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Sheriff Chipman.
Thank you, George. Good morning. We want to touch on the curfew that we announced. The curfew will begin tonight at 9 p.m. Tonight, Sunday night at 9 p.m. We anticipate that it will run through noon on Monday. However, we will adjust the curfew based on the road and weather conditions. The bridges will be closed when we reach sustained winds of 39 miles an hour. We expect that will occur maybe sometime this afternoon. So 39 miles an hour sustained winds will be shutting the bridges down to traffic. Some safety tips that we in the county think it's important that everybody remembers these and practice them. Watch out for debris and downed power lines. Power lines may look dead, but in actuality are alive. Avoid walking through or driving through flooded waters. 6 inches of water, moving water, can knock a person off of its feet, and 1 foot of fast-moving water can sweep your car away. Avoid flooded areas where electrically charged underground and down power lines may hide dangerous debris in places where the ground has washed away. And we learned this last year the hard way when it comes to carbon monoxide poisoning. Anyone affected by the storm who's using generators, grills, camp stoves, other gasoline, propane, natural gas, or charcoal burning devices, do not burn them inside your home, inside your garage, inside a basement, or inside a camper, or even near your air conditioner. Remember, carbon monoxide is an odorless, colorless, poisonous gas that can cause sudden illness and death if present in sufficient concentration of air. During significant power outages, persons using generators and gasoline-powered engine tools might be exposed to toxic carbon monoxide levels. Power sources that are placed inside or too close to the exterior of a building will cause this. If using a generator, follow the directions supplied, and again, do not use these items inside your garage, your basement, or your home. I'm going to turn it over to Joanna. Everybody stay safe.
All right, a couple more messages before we take questions. We've had some reports of a lot of people's trash cans and other garbage debris out by the road. There is no garbage pickup today, and we need everybody to bring those items and bring them in your garage or take them away from the street. We want to reiterate the Citizen Information Center hotline again, 866-345-0345. At this time, we're going to open it up for any questions.
With the homeless population here in the county, what kind of accommodations are being made for them in terms of shelter?
We currently have 2 shelters. We have the fairgrounds. We have approximately 100 people out at the fairgrounds, 110 people out at the fairgrounds. And we also opened up a secondary shelter in DeBerry. So we have approximately 100 people there as well. So we have accommodations for them.
So the homeless will have their own shelters to go to?
Well, we had the shelter out at the fairgrounds, and then we had Votran with quite a few people, so we worked with the school system to open up a special shelter.
Salvation Army also opened up, I think, 110.
No, sir,
They didn't? Okay. I'm one briefing behind.
Any other questions?
What kind of measures will you be taking once those winds get to 39 miles per hour to kind of close down the bridge? What do people expect if they try to make it over there?
Each city police department will shut down the bridge, and of course, fire rescue personnel will go over until the speeds reach 45. And then we'll be turning people back once it reaches 39 miles an hour sustained. And one thing that we forgot to mention, should there be significant property damage on the beach side, the only way we'll allow you to regain entry there is if you have photo ID and some type of identification that shows that you're headed to your residence to prevent people from getting up there and looting, if that would be the case.
Is it true that we had heard that the bridges may close at noon today, regardless of the wind speed? Is that?
No, we're strictly by the wind speed. If we reach it at noon, we'll close at noon. If it's 6 p.m., it'll be 6 p.m. It's all guided by the wind speed.
Question about the curfew at 9 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
If folks are on their way to work, let's say tomorrow morning, and your deputies stop them,
We're going to use a little discretion, but I don't think right now, I can't think of anything that's really going to be open tomorrow. I think there's a lot of stuff that's closed.
how many businesses today are shuttered?
Hey, I was out on 95 and I-4, and the streets are clear, and that's what we want. The number one goal of everybody up here is everybody's safety. When this is over, we don't want to see a fatality, and we can put everything back together. But to answer your question, we'll be using discretion. Somebody's got to go somewhere. We're not looking to throw people in jail. We're looking to keep people safe.
We've had a few bans come through already this morning. Have you heard of any reports of any damaged trees down, lines down even in the west part of the county yet at this point?
No, sir. With the communication center here in the building with us, we would know immediately if there were any types of damage whatsoever.
Okay, we just want to reiterate again for the public to be up to date on information. We have volusia.org/PIN. That is the comprehensive website for everything Hurricane Irma. It also includes information for all of the cities, comprehensive information there. Volusia County Emergency Management on Facebook. It's a great way for family and friends out of town to follow the weather here and the information here in Volusia County. And again, the citizen information number 866-345-0345, 24 hours a day, 7 days until we feel the need to shut it down. Thank you very much for listening to the update, and we will provide more information later in the day.